Hi, everybody. It's Brittany and Katie with the Q team in Rochester, New York, and we are back today to hopefully offer some relief for people who have some concerns over what this world looks like right now. So, for anyone who has thoughts around whether we are approaching another housing crisis, this video is for you.
So with all the unanswered questions caused by COVID-19 and the economic slowdown that we're experiencing across the country today, many have asked us if the housing market is in trouble. And for those of you that remember 2008, it's obviously logical to ask that question. So many experienced financial hardships and lost homes, and they were out of work during that Great Recession, which was ultimately started with a housing and mortgage crisis. So today we face a very different challenge, which is an external health crisis. But that has caused a pause in much of the economy and a major shutdown of many parts of the country. So we wanted to touch on 5 things that our industry experts have shared with us about today's housing market that were different than what we experienced in 2008.
Yes. So the first one is appreciation. And when we look at and consider appreciation, there's a big difference between the 6 years prior to the housing crash and the most recent 6 year period of time. So leading up to the crash, we had a much higher appreciation in this country than what we're seeing today. Prices have been rising lately, but not nearly at the rate that they were climbing back when we had runway appreciation.
So the second thing that we want to touch on is mortgage standards. So today we are nowhere near the mortgage index levels that were seen before the housing crash, when it was super easy to get approved for a mortgage. After the crash, however, so the mortgage lenders, they really tightened the lending standards, and they've remained that way leading up to today. So the previous loose mortgage standards was one of the large contributing factors to the housing crash in 2008. And we don't have those loose standards anymore.
Right. Also, number of houses for sale. So one of the main causes of the housing crash in 2008 was that we had a huge oversupply of homes for sale. And today we are seeing a much different picture. We don't have nearly enough homes on the market for the number of people who want to buy them. So we're very different in that aspect.
Definitely. And also related to the houses, the use of home equity is a lot different. So there is a big difference in how people are accessing their equity in their homes today as compared to 2008. So in 2008, consumers were harvesting the equity out of their homes through things like cash out refinances, and they were using that to essentially finance their lifestyles. And today, consumers are treating the equity in their homes much more cautiously, because they learn from their mistakes, which is a good thing.
Right. So what we're seeing today is that nearly 54% of homes across the country have at least 50% equity. In 2008, homeowners were walking away when they owed more than what their homes were worth. And with the equity that homeowners have now, they are much less likely to just get up and walk away from their homes.
So essentially, the bottom line is that the COVID-19 crisis is causing much different challenges across the country than the ones we faced in 2008. So back then, we had a housing crisis, and today we are facing a health crisis.
Mhm.
So what we know now is that the housing industry is in a much stronger position today than it was in 2008, and it's no longer the center of the economic slowdown. Rather, it could be what helps us pull out of this downturn. So
Mhm.
hopefully we hope that eases some of your concerns about where we're at today with the economy and the housing market. And if you have any other questions about what's going on in the real estate market, please just reach out to us and we are happy to talk you through it.
I know our market's crazy and we can't be in the office and we're forced to be at home, but that doesn't mean that we're not here for you to answer any questions or concerns that you have on everything.
So we will talk to you guys soon.
Thanks.